Here is an electrical schematic, drawn, labeled, and about to be simulated, running in a free browser tab. No install, no license. If you search for an EPLAN alternative, this is the honest comparison, not a hit piece. EPLAN Electric P8 is serious, professional electrical CAD software, and for real industrial panel design, it is one of the best in the world. So we will be fair to it, what it actually does, who it is built for, and where a free browser tool does a smaller job faster. Two very different tools. One is a full ECAD platform. The other just lets you draw an electrical schematic and get out the door. Let me show you both, honestly, so you can pick the right one. First, credit where is due. EPLAN Electric P8 is not a drawing program. It is an electrical engineering platform, and it has earned its place at the top of industrial controls. You do not just draw a wire. You place a device from parts database, and EPLAN manages it everywhere. Terminal plans generate themselves. PLC inputs and outputs get assigned and tracked. Cross-references link a coil on one page to its contacts on another automatically. Wire numbers, cable plans, bills of materials, connection lists, all generated from the schematic, not typed by hand. Macros let you drop in a whole pre-engineered circuit at once. It follows IEC and NFPA standards out of the box. If you build control panels, wire machines, or engineer automation for a living, that is exactly the tool set the job demands. A hand-drawn schematic cannot keep 100 pages consistent. EPLAN can, and that is real, hard-won value. None of that is in dispute here. Now the trade-offs, and these are about fit, not quality. First, cost. EPLAN is a professional license, the kind of software you budget for as a business, not something you grab for one drawing. There is no free tier for the full platform. Second, it is Windows desktop software. You install it, you set it up, and it lives on an engineering workstation. There is no just open a tab. And third, the learning curve. All that power has a price and time. The parts database, the project structure, the cross-referencing, the standards, it is deep, and it rewards training and real use. That is not a flaw. EPLAN is built to run a whole panel project end-to-end, and depth is the whole point. It just means EPLAN is overkill if all you need is to draw one clean schematic and share it. So here's the other option for that smaller job, just drawing an electrical schematic. It is a free editor that runs in an ordinary browser tab, the one on screen now. No install, no license, no sign up to start. It opens straight into an electrical symbol library. It routes wires for you, and, unusually for a free tool, it can actually simulate the circuit you draw. Let me show you a schematic done live, and you can judge it for what it is. It is free to open at CircuitDiagramMaker.app. This is the editor running in a browser, nothing installed. That already clears the whole setup step before we draw a single line. Down the left is the symbol library. The free pack is electrical from the start. Outlet, single pole switch, three-way switch, light fixture, circuit breaker, GFCI outlet, junction box, ground, dimmer, smoke and CO detectors, a thermostat. Real electrical symbols, not generic boxes. To place one, click the symbol, then click the canvas, and it snaps to the grid. Breaker, switch, light fixture, ground. This is fast, it is free, and there was no install to get here. It is not a parts database with terminal plans behind it. It is a symbol you place and label. For a quick schematic, that is exactly what you want. And you do not have to start from a blank page either. Here is a real, published control panel wiring diagram, open straight in the browser. Breakers, contactors, and the field wiring already drawn and labeled. No workstation, no project setup. It just loads. Look at the wires. They route pin to pin with clean right angles, and this is the part that saves real time. Drag a component, and every wire connected to it follows. Rearrange the layout, and the drawing stays tidy. It is not managing cross-references or terminal strips the way EPLAN would across 100 pages. But for a single, readable schematic, the connections are live, and the layout is yours to reshape. Now, something even EPLAN does not do on the schematic itself. Simulation. There is a real SPICE engine built into the page. Open Simulate, pick DC operating point, and run it. Live node voltages and branch currents appear right on the diagram. Real volts, the return sitting near zero, real milliamps in the branches. Actual numbers, computed from the wiring you drew. If a connection is wrong, the numbers say so before you ever touch a real wire. A zero where you expected volts is the fastest fault report in electronics. Transient and AC sweep live in the same dialog when you need waveforms over time. Now, to be fair, EPLAN is not trying to simulate your circuit. Its job is to engineer the panel, the wiring, and the documentation to build it. This is just a nice thing a lightweight tool can hand you for free while you sketch. Getting the drawing out is simple. PNG export is free, so you can drop the image into a doc or a message right away. On the free plan, it carries a small watermark. SVG, PDF, and DXF sit on the paid plan. That is the business model, and I would rather tell you than have you find out. You can also share a live link so someone opens it in their own browser. No install on their end. Now, the honest part, said plainly, this is not an ECAD suite. There are no terminal plans. There is no PLC input-output manager. There is no automatic bill of materials, no parts database, no automatic wire numbering across pages. If your project needs any of that, a free browser tool will not replace EPLAN, and I'm not going to pretend it does. So, the honest verdict, and it comes down to what your job actually is. If you build panels, wire machines, or engineer automation, if you need terminal plans, PLC I/O, cross-references, automatic BOMs, and wire numbering that stays consistent across a whole project, you need EPLAN or a professional peer of it. A free browser tool is not in that category, and I will not claim it is. But if you just need to draw an electrical schematic for learning, for documentation, for a quick control sketch, or a simple panel, and you do not want a Windows install, a license, or a steep learning curve, the free browser tool does that job well. Real electrical symbols, wires that route themselves, live simulation, and a free PNG at the end. Different tools, different jobs. Full industrial ECAD is EPLAN's. A quick, free schematic in the browser is this one's. So do not take my word for it. Open the editor, drop in a breaker and a switch, wire them up, and hit simulate. If you just needed a schematic, you will have one in minutes, and it was free. It is at CircuitDiagramMaker.app. No install, no credit card. The link is in the description. Subscribe for a new electrical drawing video every week. See you in the next one.